What's good, y'all? It's Pod.cannion, and I'm back with another reaction video. We got a Jeitan, the episode that completely broke Gumball. I'm gonna try to trickle in more like show review type things in here, cause like I like looking back at like nostalgic shows and stuff like that. Maybe not as much like video essay, but just like um Philly on Mars and CJ the Champ shit, where they're like reviewing either episodes or just like quickly reviewing series. I always like that because it brings me back to when I, you know what I'm saying, uh, watched them back in the day. So this is a quick little 12-minute video. I don't even know which episode they're talking about, but I might remember it, I might not. So this might be like a review of episode I haven't seen. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen Gumball. Gumball was one of them classic shows, though. I can't even lie, y'all. I really fucks with it. So yeah. With that being said, if you like the video, like it, subscribe if you're new, because all we do is chill over here. And with that being said, let's get into the video.
Episode of Gumball had to be deleted and rewritten because it was deemed excessively dark.
Oh.
But still, we have an episode about the point of view of someone with mental health disorders, where Gumball has a mental breakdown, hiding his emotions behind a mask of anger. Everyone on his life disappears, and he's drowned by darkness.
Ooh.
Darkness. It's calling me.
Basically, the average insomnia experience at 3 a.m.
Literally. Literally, I was about to say. Oh,
The
yeah.
episode begins with the water sons.
They, like, I was more of a kid, but they really be cooking. If that's like the theme of that, and like the darkness literally consuming him at that, like, oh my gosh, yeah, talk to me.
A healthy and loving family
me.
towards Gumball, yelling at him while he sleeps. They all meet at Gumball's door, with Darwin shouting that he promised to do something with him, with Richard who has to do some house cleaning, who will ask Gumball instead, Nicole who wants to take Gumball to try makeup on his face, to see how would he look on her, and Anais, which my English is not that good to understand the
Anais.
absolute gibberish her mouth just spewed out.
He said he'd teach me the finger touch heart disintegrating move so I could use it on that kid who pushed me off the seesaw.
All of this ends when Gumball shouts, no. Everyone enters the room and finds him in bed, which he replies that he doesn't want to do anything because he's in a bad mood. Although he can speak, he's so upset that he cannot complete the sentence. However, what we can hear is that he says that they are such a... I don't know what follows because he whispers, and being that one of the most annoying things is to be waking up by shouts, we can assume he told him very loving and caring words. The episode continues with everyone petting Gumball in an attempt to make him feel better. Even Richard, trying to help, gives him some advice, saying that when he is sad, he pretends to be happy until everything gets better. Which, I mean, you can't expect much from Richard.
Yeah, I was
He was like,
you can't really.
oh, you're in a bad mood. Don't care, just pretend or something, lol. And for obvious reasons, none of this seems to make Gumball happy. What's more, that questionable advice and all those hands groping his face end up driving him crazy. So Gumball yells at them to go away and leave him in peace. Here we hear a strange noise.
Arnett, why can't you just go away and leave me in peace?
When Gumball turns around, there is no one at home. Wow, sick power, bro. I'm sure there's no way
Insane.
things are going to go downhill from here, right?
Really?
He gets up to look for them in his own way, saying that if they are hiding so he'd get up, technically he hasn't left his bed yet. Yeah, I
Literally.
mean, he's right. But no one answers. Gumball, feeling a little mischievous, throws a lamp, but something prevents this big disaster.
Oh, that is
Then he
hilarious.
pulls out the crybaby tactic so that his parents can see him and heal him with a magic kiss. Bro is 12 years old, by the
Literally.
way. It is here that Gumball realizes that everything he wished for has come true, and that his family has disappeared. Something that makes him happy, as he is still angry. So he enjoys things alone, like playing with Legos, like he's Godzilla destroying the city and eliminating all the innocent lives.
Ow!
Here we see Gumball saying that he will do something that will lift his spirits, something that will fill him with joy and hope, and that's watching TV. But to surprise of absolutely no one, this depresses him even more. It's like when you're feeling down and you open up TikTok, all the brain rot will make you think how the barrel of a rifle never looked this good. A very interesting point, since although Gumball claims to be angry at first, the things he says and does show that he is actually
Who even
sad,
is
but
this?
not knowing how to express
Let's get it.
or knowing how he felt, he could have mistaken all of this with anger. It is when he watches TV that he only finds sad news about environmental problems, advertisements that encourage you to desperately try to attain unreachable standards of digital alter beauty, and thus increasing your sexual tension. The sexual tension between Jeitan and an M4A1 carbine. Man, this is basically the social media experience right here. This only bothers Gumball more, as this time the TV didn't distract him from the way he's feeling. In his search for joy, he sings a happy song. He will use the power of music, a song very similar to Pharrell Williams' song Happy.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
It starts very cheerful, but it ends up mentioning everything bad and negative about normal activities.
Dang.
Changing the lyrics from smiles to problems, and how life is terrible, and how it will bring you down. Wow. Gumball next
insane.
shenanigans are recreating his family's actions, like cooking, for example, as according to him, food could fill the gap on his soul, which sounds like a bulletproof plan to battle depression, but definitely not as effective as having the 100K subs flag hanging on your wall. Oh boy, it looks so beautiful.
Hey man, I hope to get there. No cap, bro. You're closer than me, but I hope to get there too, man. That junk would look so beautiful. There. I might even. Oh man, yeah, that would be beautiful, man. I'm saying.
So please help me reach that sweet and sexy goal
Yes,
before
sir.
the
Help
year
him out,
ends
man.
by
He
hitting
had
that subscribe
88.
button. Also,
He had 88. Ow, wow. Help him out if y'all fucking with the content, man.
follow the Instagram, by the way. After making a
Nice.
recipe that looks like something I would actually make, because I don't know how to cook, he serves the food and starts imitating each member of the family, but ends up getting upset that everyone abandoned him. Gumball is afraid of being alone, saying something that lets us see how he actually feels.
Damn. I can't lie, y'all. This is me for sure. You know, damn. I can't
What's the
lie.
point of being in a bad mood if no one's around to notice?
As I told you before, Gumball could be confusing his sadness with anger, or he is angry for feeling sad. Whatever the case may be, he's not angry. He is just depressed, and maybe wanted some attention and understanding from his family. Yeah, he did behave kinda badly when his family began to pet him, but the answer could be on Gumball's own personality. It was just another way of masking his emotions. Infuriated, Gumball gets out of his house. It kinda looks like a panic attack, fighting everything that comes his way. The only thing is no one comes his way. Gumball finds himself completely alone. The whole town is deserted. Here he starts to worry and get scared, not about what happened to them, but about being completely alone. As being alone with your thoughts is one of the scariest things. He's trying to find an explanation, in hopes that everything is an elaborate surprise party. But nothing happens. This loneliness and desolation the episode is making us feel, along with Gumball, is sometimes what depression could make you feel.
Yeah.
Lonely. You could be in a room filled of people and still feel empty. And even though between those, there are who do genuinely care about you, it doesn't mean you will exactly feel such support. And this will make so much sense at the end of the episode. You'll see why. Then Gumball considers the possibility that everyone has gone to another world, leaving him alone on Earth, making a reference to the rapture, a belief shared by several cultures where God takes all good and pure people to heaven before purging the air where only bad people will remain. Kinda like that episode of The Simpsons. Gumball tries to redeem himself
So
by
you're
apologizing for his
suffering with
sins,
us here.
but again, nothing happens. Then he remembers that everything could happen because of the wish he made for everyone to go away, blaming himself for it. But at that moment, his evil side emerges, who says that no one cares, he doesn't need anyone, and he hates this town. Whoa, that sounds like the lyrics of a pop-punk song. I hate this town. This other personality is quite common in Gumball. Not only we have seen it on this occasion, but also on the episode The Name, where he discovers his real name, Zack. He starts using it,
Zack.
and he generated another personality where he's not the same loser, but more towards an annoying persona. This alter ego starts taking total control over him, and he starts losing his past memories. Yeah, I know, so relatable. That happened to all of us after watching any Ryan Gosling movie. Also, Richard had another personality change for this episode, and yep, no comment. So we can say that Gumball is prone to having such a severe dissociation that it gives him a second personality. Which, guess what? That's actually a mental health condition that also generates gaps in the memory. Just like what happened with Zack. Returning to the episode, Gumball starts noticing all the advertisements have depressing messages. Oh boy, if we dive deeper into this, we could find this is basically psychotic depression. Some people who have severe depression may also experience hallucinations and illusional thinking, the symptoms of psychosis. It is here that he sees how a dark mass begins to advance towards him, devouring and consuming everything in its path.
Darkness. It's calling. I feel like I should run, but my legs won't.
Even though Gumball tries to face this darkness, it is stronger than him. So all he can do is run away and scream like a girl. He runs to his house, but the saying encloses him, turning everything that once had color into darkness, and ends up consuming his entire world, leaving Gumball in the abyss, and plunging him into a deep darkness and loneliness. Yep, this episode is being quite somber and sad, but it is said that the original version was even darker. According to the same creator, this episode had a considerable rewriting in its first draft, since it was considered excessively dark. So imagine how worse was that first storyboard. Some theories say that this version is very similar to what we saw in the episode, with the difference that there were more emphasis on loneliness, and Gumball banning himself from the lobby, if you know what I mean. Upon finding himself without anyone, he would take this route as a way out from loneliness, but he would be stopped, listening to his family asking him not to do it. But there is no proof of this, so who knows? Back to the episode, Gumball is confused. He doesn't know what to do. A little more calmed, he notices his sofa is still there. So he realizes the darkness is all in his head.
Maybe the darkness is on my head.
Now he needs to know how to get out of it. So he tries to remember the advice his father gave earlier in the episode. Don't get me wrong. The advice of Richard of faking a smile is terrible. The social pressure to be happy all the time can be bad for your mental health. Richard wanted him to pretend to be happy until suddenly he felt happy. A common advice that only makes things worse. However, you should not let those negative emotions grow bigger until they consume you. Gumball tries to get back into the swing of things and remembers what Darwin wanted him to practice, the wheelbarrow. Darwin suddenly appears and the darkness fades away. Yes, it was only lead. According to his words, Gumball let his bad mood take over, and that darkness took over everything that was good. But thanks to Sopin, analyzing the situation more calmed, and his family, he managed to snap out of it. But here it is revealed that everything Gumball experienced was real. Rather, he was the one who did not realize he had company around him all the time. He felt lonely, but he wasn't alone. Wow, that's truly poetic.
Yeah.
This episode is a representation of loneliness, depression.
That was really good. I can't lie. Because that's really how it is for a lot of people. We feel like we're alone. We feel like, you know what I'm saying, ain't nobody really there. But with perspective, we realize it's a lot more in our head than we assume so. You know? That is powerful. I fuck with that. Excellent.
Other mental issues from the point of view who suffers from it. Gumball took all those negative feelings to anger. Not knowing how to deal with them, he masked his feelings with aggressiveness when he was actually feeling lonely. And as we know, those repressed emotions caused him to have a mental breakdown. Where the symbolisms of this episode showed us how his mood affected his environment. It is a representation of how the darkness of depression can immerse someone in a void, but seen literally. And of course with a lot of jokes in between, because if not, man, this episode would have been so dark. Just like the time SpongeBob found himself surrounded by darkness and had to face his fears and internal struggles. A very deep episode that's going to make you reflect on things. Thanks for watching.
Y'all see how that transition was? Yeah, if y'all fuck with that, I fuck with that. I might do a little binge of that. Um, cause yeah, that's what I mean when I say it's important to look back at those episodes because art reflects reality. It may not always be your reality, but sometimes you realize that, I might relate to this a lot more than I thought I did. So yeah, um, I might edit that call out. I might not. I don't think I was saying anything out loud other than credit score. So yeah, boom. If y'all like that, like that. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe if you're new. All we do is chill over here. And with that being said, y'all be great. Y'all be safe. Keep getting to that bag, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Peace.